Hey guys, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a disassembly of a car, and I'm going to probably take it a little further than most people do take the disassembly of the car on YouTube. What we have here is, like I said, an unloaded. Let's pull it back out there a little better. Okay, what we have is an unloaded PM45 car. Okay, has been safety checked and everything. And what we're going to do is go ahead and do a disassembly of it. And let me show you. The first thing you want to do on the cars, make sure the magazine out. You push the slide back, and this is what they recommend. It's a little hard to pull up on here, but we'll do it. We'll get it up. Okay, get the grip up. You just see where the slide is. You pull it right out. Okay, so we get it out. You pull the slide. Okay. That's the slide release. You pull it out. You point it forward, you pull the trigger. You pull off your slide. Now, we really don't need the rest of it because this is where we're going to focus on here. Okay, let's first pull the barrel out, and as you can see, there's the recoil spring here. You apply some pressure like this, you hold it, you pull it up, it comes out. The barrel, you turn it at a slight angle, kind of wiggle it, you pull it out. Okay, here's your barrel. Okay. Okay, that's your barrel there. A little bit more light so we can see a little bit better here. There. Say that's your barrel. There's your slide release. There's your recoil spring. Now on the back of here has a Glock-like back here. To get this spring out, you can do it a few ways. The easiest way is to take any kind of screwdriver, and you get in here and you want to relieve the pressure. So, okay, I'll show you here. There's a little There's a little, see how that little, we'll try to do this here. In here, you get another light on, so you can see. Right in here, there's a spring. What you want to do on the spring, you want to apply some pressure, okay? And you want to pull the spring back, and you want to put something in the middle there that holds it, like that. So you're actually holding the spring back in there. Then you take this, and you press down here, okay, because this is spring loaded too here. Press down on there's a release mechanism in there, the spring. Press down on that, okay, and you'll see it'll move a little. See the little movement you have there? And then just take something and kind of, pry it a little. But what you're going to have to do is hold your finger there. Just doop, doop, doop. So I'm doing that slowly. It's coming off. Right here, you press down, okay, and go back a little. You gotta slowly do it. So don't get too crazy on it, because you don't want this flying right out to your head, hit you in the head or anything. So pull it out, hold it with your fingers. See how far that came out now? You can hold it with your fingers or just point it down. Okay, when you point it down, you'll see what happened there? You have the ejector. This is for the extractor 10. A little screen comes out. Okay, there's your firing pin spring. Tap it right here. Pull all that out. Get that right out. There's a little like a thing you can press down here. You press that down, and that'll allow you to take out the whole firing pin. Okay, now you basically, there's nothing in that gun anymore now. So here's your extractor. Okay, that's your extractor. Let me give you a little bit better close up here so you can see these, because I am going to be reassembling this too. Okay, there's your extractor. That's what your extractor looks like. That's out. This is extractor spring. Okay, and that's extractor, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a rod that goes in there. Actually, what it does, everything goes something like this. It kind of lines up like that. Okay, that's how that lines up there. Here is your firing pin. Okay, and then of course your firing pin spring goes in here, as you can see that. Okay, so that goes, and that goes of course through the front there, which is now empty because there's nothing in there. There's a little hole in there. There's nothing there. So basically that's out, and this is a back, just like a slide that holds all the stuff in there. Okay. And this is like your release. It goes right in here. See, it's like a spring release lock. So that just pops in there. So it's pretty straightforward taking this guy apart. And if we look at the firing pin, it looks pretty good. So putting it back together, pretty straightforward. Just drop in the firing pin, like so. Press this down, because this kind of locks it in a little, because you're going to be putting it all the way back in there. Take your spring. Spring goes in there. Made out of plastic, it's a spring guide. Okay, take this here on this side. Okay, here's your extractor. Just take that extractor. Usually do it from behind. Extractor's in. See it? Okay, I'll give you a little bit better so you can see it. Then take your little spring there. The spring goes in this hole right here for the extractor. See it? Hope you can see this. Let me get you back because I think I got you too close up. Okay, so that's where it goes in there. Then your little rod goes in there. It's spring loaded, so you'll see, like when you press on it, you'll see how that's actually spring loaded. I'll do it with this. It goes up and down. So this is the trick of getting it in. What I've found, take it. Okay, we gotta get back again so you can see it. Take it and hold it something like this, okay? What you're gonna need to do is you have to put pressure on this and slide this in. First, I would put this in ever so slightly. Okay. Hold your finger on that, put that down so it has a little pressure. Now you've got a little pressure on the firing spring housing. Okay, you just want to make sure that all that goes in there. Okay, you got a teeny bit of pressure in there. Put it up so it looks like this, and I think I'm gonna have to get a flashlight. I don't know if you can get a close up on that. Look at that. See how that looks? Okay, so what we're doing here, right here, is the spring with a little plastic. You hold that down slightly, okay? See how that goes down a little? Okay, then what you want to do while you're pushing this, you push down on this pin. So I'm going to give you a little close up here, see what that does it. Okay, so this is for your, see it goes up and down, that's the firing pin spring. Press down on this, and you can use just a little pointed edge down like that. As you do it, that's all. Okay, and then you want to get over here again, put down a little, so make sure everything snaps in there correctly. You could give it a little tap. Okay, try that again, get that down. Okay, because you want it all the way flush. Okay, so that's flush, see? That went all the way down. So you can see that the firing, okay, that comes back and forth. I'll give you a better light because my light here, the camera adjusts, it automatically adjusts, but you see that there? I'll give you that, see that right there? See the spring in there? Okay, you can see that better? Okay, you can see that spring? So that's kind of how it looks. And then, you know, pretty straightforward, putting the rest of the gun together. I mean, there's really no big secret on it. What I always do, and that's just me when I'm putting one of these guns back together, I always like to give it a blast of some kind of oil. I usually use REM oil because REM oil has Teflon on it, but I like to get in there with a little of this super lubricant too. This is more of a, you know, get a little of that in there, and I'll blast the rails on the side here, flood them a little, because anything, and I'll just, like this, I'll just, you know, let me get you back up here again, I'll just go like this, and like this, so those are up. So, then all you gotta do, putting together is pretty straightforward. Take your barrel, you drop it back in like this, kind of wiggle it around here, blah, 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 get it in. Okay, it's in. Now, this is sometimes a little trickier to put this on. Let me pull this back a little so you see. The best way to get these in, so that's tight, take this in here, and with your hands, hold that while you're pushing it up into there. Okay, get it in there, blah, blah, blah. There, see how I got that in there? Now it's in. It's tight. It's really good. Okay, and you're already lubed up in there, which is real important to keep that lubed. What you can do is, get a lube on the side and get just a little bit of lube in there. So let's get some lubrication. When you're doing that, also inspect. I'm gonna get you down here. Inspect this little spring in here. Show you that little spring. So this little spring, inspect this, because it's got a little part. This part pushes up for your slide there, and this part here locks your slide release. So slide. Not much to this gun really. Pretty straightforward to put together. That's it. Put your pin in. Yeah. For those who missed that, let me see if you missed that, because I think it was off camera. Take it, like that. Put it in. Okay, you'll see the little hole there, right here, where you're going to be putting your slide release in. Put that in like that. Push it back so it lines up with the tab. Put it in. The gun's together. Pretty straightforward. I just wanted to kind of show you that on this video, and how to, if you ever take the the firing pin or anything out. Pretty straightforward now. Lock it back. Stick around. I recommend. What you can do, flip back and rack your slide like that. Okay, then you want to load a bullet in there. Like that. Keep one in there. And then just take it. That's it. You'll see here, there's a loaded. You can feel your finger on here. This comes up, shows you got a loaded round. You are ready. She's all lubed up. You throw her into your little case, put her away. But I wanted to show you that in case you didn't know how to take out the firing pin. And that kind of shows you how to take the firing pin out and do some maintenance on it. I hope you enjoyed that, and I just wanted to go a little in depth into that gun. Thanks a lot.